welcome back to the channel. Another day with Abby's car. So, as you can see, she's driving it a little bit. She finds it very hard to drive it with the welded diff. So she has been driving it around the house here, and just because the welded diff is so aggressive, it has kind of worn out the clutch. So we have a new clutch got, thanks to Mark Julian off of Car Parts for hooking me up. And we are going to fit the clutch today. Hopefully we don't meet any gremlins or anything like that, but I've done it before, so it should be okay. And just get Abby to pull the car into the shed now. So we've just got the car in and we're getting it jacked up. What are we doing today, Abby?
Fixing the clutch.
Huh?
Huh?
Fixing the what?
Clutch.
Very good. Are you going to do it yourself?
I'm gonna try.
Right. So Abby's going to try it today. We're going to get jacked up and make sure it's well and secure, and hopefully it doesn't fall on us. We don't have any lifts or any fancy garage. We do a lot of work here, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, I do. So make it secure and working with what we have, and we'll see how it goes. So we are just ripping these plastics here because on the starter down here there's two nuts, and when we're taking them off from the bell housing side, the nuts will spin, so we need to get all these plastics off and just hold the nuts, because usually when you're loosening on the bell housing side, the nuts just start spinning. So we just need to take off the plastics, and if we can get a spanner on it or a pry bar or something just to stop the nut from spinning, it should be sound. So Abby is taking off the plastics now, and she's just learning the numbers, sizes of the torques. What torque are you using now?
T30.
So learning the tools first, and a lot to learn today. So that's it. Now we're ready to get up on it. The bigger one. That's it. So surprisingly enough, usually I'd be used to working with M50s and M52s and stuff like that, and some of them starters do have nuts on them, but as we can see there's actually no nuts on it, so that is brilliant. So basically the housing of the starter is threaded, so we didn't really need to rip off them plastics, thank God, because that can be a real pain sometimes. Good job. So we're going to do that now. Well, the first thing we're going to do down here, we need to take off the exhaust, get that out of the way. We took the cat out of it and we put in a bit of a pipe there, a bit of a homemade job, horrible really, but it's just to keep us going. We will be taking the car to Dooley Fabrication, and I'm sure Dooley Fabrication will be able to hook us up with a pipe there. So we need to go and we need to start dropping stuff here. Drop the cross member there, holding the gearbox, take down the exhaust, and the prop shaft as well, as you can see it in there, just about. Take all that heat shielding out of there, don't need it. So that's the plan, and we're going to get stuck into it. Okay, so I have the gearbox out. Hands are still absolutely manky, but sure, are you really rooting unless you're completely dirty? Well, yeah, gearbox is out. There's a good bit of play in the gearbox. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I don't know. You might let me know in the comments if you've seen it before. I do have a lot of spare gearboxes, the get rag boxes. They're not very commonly used in drifting. In fairness, I had a get rag box in my M50 and it's still getting rag to this day. So can't really say anything much bad about them. But I will show you the play that's in the gearbox. And as I says, let me know in the comments if it's good or bad. I have a couple of spare gearboxes, so I'm going to go and try the other gearbox to see if there is less play maybe in some of the other ones. So I'll show you that now. So I have the gearbox out. I just put in the new release bearing, but there is quite a lot of play. I don't know if it's shown in the camera, but there's a lot of play in that. Doesn't really sound too healthy, but I'll go and check the other gearboxes and see if any has maybe a little less play than that one. But so basically I want to just have the car as right as possible for Abby, and I know it isn't only 318, but we still want to have it as good for now. You know, I don't want her to go out on the first day and something happen to the car and she lose faith in it then, you know. So I just want to have the car 100% for her, because there's nothing more hateful than going out for your first day to start practicing and something go wrong with the car. So that's why we're doing all this now. Right, so we're up to our spare car department. Yeah, we get given out all the time for having spares up here, but we do have 3 cars here for spare, 2 E36 and an E46. The gearbox is all the same in them. So yeah, let's have a look and see, have we any better gearboxes than what is in the car. Yeah, that's actually one of the cars brought to Nuts Corner, and we hit a wall in Nuts Corner with it, and as you can see in behind all them spidey fellas, it threw the engine straight off the engine mount when we hit the wall. So that engine is all sitting to one side, but the car actually kept going with no engine mount on it for the day, but I think we soon retired it after that, so that one's not much good. We have our 2 spare gearboxes here, and there is play in all of them, so maybe there is a certain amount of play, I don't know. As it says, let me know in the comments, but I think we might just run with the one you have for now. Okay, put them back into storage. That'll do, keep them there. Hit the different prey. Great house spare car that. Looking at the clutch that we took out, I was probably right in what I was saying. It was getting to the end of its life as the clutch was getting so high, but like the rivets are, yeah, down to the rivets there. So it was time for that clutch to go. That is done. Okay, so just have the new clutch in, and kind of my headlight's not really working, but I've lined it up as good as I possibly can, so I don't really have the proper tool for lining it up, so kind of lined it up by eye, and hopefully the gearbox will go in. Might be a little bit of shaking and banging and effing and blinding, but hopefully it goes back in. Pretty straightforward. Abby is just cleaning the gearbox because I don't really want to get my hands greasy every time we have to take it in and out, because I'm sure you're going to be hard on clutches, Abby, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so get the gearbox cleaned up a little bit because it was covered in oil and grease, and then we'll get it back in.
So as you can see here, Niall's under the car. We have the gearbox back in, and he's now putting a row of bolts in it. See, there he is.
Yeah, it's really starting to get cold here now, but we have the gearbox back in and the slave cylinder, so just need to put the row of bolts on the prop shaft, get a jack. We'll probably jack it up first and put in the gearbox mount, and then put a row of bolts in the prop shaft, a couple of sensors, and I think we might be driving out here within the next half an hour or so. Fingers crossed now, but everything has been very, very well. Clutch lined up by eye and it worked, so thank God for that. And yeah, it wasn't too bad of a job, so especially in a shed with no lift, and sketchy enough, but we worked it. So as it says, another half an hour and we should be driving out here. So that wasn't bad going. Got the prop shaft bolted back up, everything's back in, just that pipe that you seen earlier on, this piece here, had to take that out. It's just a little bit easier. So just got to try and get it back in now. Like, it's, as I says, do the fabrication. He'll probably laugh at me when this arrives, but I'm going to put it back in now just to keep it quiet enough for when she's moving around the house and stuff like that, neighbours and things. So we'll put it back in, just take a little bit of the noise out of it, and as I says, do the fabrication. We'll do a great job on this. So yeah, overall easy job, and just tighten up a few bits now, and hopefully the wheels will turn. We are done. So that was a very productive day. Didn't really take us too long, Abby, did it?
No.
3 hours, maybe 4 hours.
Yeah.
But you have to drink tea and soup and all that sort of stuff. So, and when you're on the camera as well, it does take some time to do this. I don't know if people realise it, but it does take some time. If we weren't taking the phone out and getting all this, we wouldn't would have done a lot quicker. But anyway, just good to see it, and good to see this woman here actually learning something. So right, Abby, give it a first start. Okay, try your clutch. Put it into gear. That's a good one. Okay, turn it off there. So that's it. That is the clutch done in the 46 318. And what do you say, Abby?
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For helping me.
So that's it done for today. The play in the gearbox earlier on, if you've seen that before, comment below and let us know. And make sure to like this and subscribe and share it. It might help somebody out. And again, it's great for Abby. Has never seen any of this before, so in fairness to her, she is picking it up, learning the tools, and it's not easy for her either. Can be frustrating for her sometimes, but she is managing pretty well. So that's it for this episode. Your first burnout!